Oh well. Okay, anyway, focus on me. Okay, better. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, and today's video is gonna be a little bit different than the others. It's not really a vlog or anything like that. It's just kind of me explaining some things, which I know may sound boring and whatnot, but I'll try to keep it as entertaining as possible. So it is currently Sunday, February 10th, 2019, the time that I'm recording this. This Friday, I'm going to be getting another tattoo. If you haven't guessed by the title already, one of the tattoos that I'm gonna get is based on Ariana Grande, Miss Ariana. Essentially the person that's been essentially the biggest influence in my life for like the past few years. And I'm just recording this just because I've been telling people that I've been meaning to get the Dangerous Woman bunny icon from her Dangerous Woman era for the longest time, because I really like it and it really means a lot to me. And usually when I tell people this, even my friends, it's not the reaction that I would want from my friends or for my coworkers or anyone that really knows me and that knows that I love Ariana. Like they know that I love Ariana. Like I'm literally known as the Ariana kind of person in my workplace, and even my friends know about it. You know, they know how much I love Ariana. Every time it plays on the radio, if I'm in the car with them or if I'm in like a club or something and it plays, they definitely like look at me because they know. But anyways, when I usually tell my friends or my coworkers or whoever, it's usually not the reaction that I think that I would get from my friends. You know, I would at least, you know, I would respect if they didn't like Ariana, but I would expect them to kind of, you know, still be like encouraging, like, oh, that's cool. I know that you love her enough to actually get something that's gonna be permanent on you because she means so much to you. And it's your body, so you can do whatever you want. But I usually get the complete opposite response, which is more so along the lines of, why would you do that? That's such a stupid thing, to quote some people. A stupid thing to do. Why would you get a tattoo of her? Why would you get a tattoo of the bunny thing? And it literally, like, it hurts me when people say that, because they know how much she means to me. And I kind of get it, you know, like, it's a tattoo, it's kind of permanent, but then what's the difference between me getting this tattoo and them telling me that it's, oh, you know, that's awesome, that's amazing that you got a tattoo, it's pretty cool. And then when I tell them that I want an Ariana tattoo, they're like, why would you do that? Like, literally, what's the difference? It means something to me, so why would you sort of, like, in a way, put me down? Like, I know they're not trying to put me down, like, purposely, but it's just that the mentality of, like, why they would say that to me. So I guess in this video, I'm just trying to vent and I guess maybe explain why, and maybe even validate to myself why I want to get this tattoo. Because, you know, on the surface, you know, when I say who it's from and where it's from, people are like, oh, it's from Ariana. But they don't understand the layers beneath that you know, symbol, that era, that time in my life, that it was so influential. So they don't understand the whole story. So I guess I'm here to basically tell that story. And if you guys want to, you know, listen about why Ariana means so much to me and why I want the Dangerous Woman tattoo specifically, then you guys are more than welcome to, you know, just sit back. I don't know how long this is going to be. Again, it's an unplanned video. I wasn't even expecting on doing this until after I got the tattoo, because, you know, I'll be like, hey, here's my tattoo kind of thing. But I'm pretty sure by the time you watch this, I'll already have the tattoo, or I might put a few pictures up or a video or whatever. But yeah, so here is the reason why I am getting an Ariana Grande tattoo. Okay, so I guess this story really starts back to when the era of Dangerous Woman started, which was March of 2016. So to paint you a brief picture of where I was at that time, I was in the process of cutting my first year of college short because I wasn't really doing too well earlier in the year, as in January of 2016, so 2 months prior to Dangerous Woman being released. So I went to a recruiter that was nearby my college in California, and I talked to her and basically signed up and swore into the Air Force. And around March until May was the time, I guess, what would you call that? The DEP kind of program where you wait until you're shipped off to basic training. So, you know, March to May, that's definitely a span of time, 2 months to get ready, 2-3 months to prepare to go to basically change your life. So it was definitely nerve-wracking. Like it was definitely one of the most impulsive things I've done besides getting a tattoo. It's definitely one of the things that I feel like I knew that I would never be the same after that point. So when this time was sort of happening, I guess, when I was transitioning out of the dorms in the college to living back with my parents for a little bit until I left, I was really kind of nervous. And I'll be honest, I really didn't have a lot of friends that I made in college. I don't think I really made any friends in college. So it was really frustrating, and a lot of my friends from high school, like I said, since it was my first year of college, you know, I'm still fairly new to being in college. So most of my other friends that I knew from high school, they were off in their own college and universities doing whatever, so I couldn't really go to them, or they had jobs, so they couldn't really hang out with me. So I was just really, like distant from everyone and everything, and the only common factors that really got me through college and through the out processing of college was really my music and my games, and yeah, and YouTubers, I guess. So more specifically, one factor is Uncharted 4, which was going to be released later, right before I left for basic training, which, if you guys don't know what that is, I'll leave a link in the description below just so you guys can check out the trailer for it. It definitely helped me through a lot. That's another tattoo that I'm planning to get, but that's for a different video. Anyways, so March of 2016, Dangerous Woman, the lead single for the album, got released the same time that you could also pre-order the album. It was definitely a different direction, you know, initially from the Moonlight kind of era to, you know, like kind of Focus. It was definitely slower. It was definitely something more mature than she had released for her first 2 albums, which intrigued me a lot, and it definitely signified that something was gonna happen, not just with Ariana, not just the relationship between me and Ariana, but also just my life in general. That got released. I definitely loved it so much. I literally kept on replaying that over and over and over again in the gym and whatnot. And then a week after that, Be Alright came out. So the first promo single, which is literally just like a week after the first single came out. And then it was amazing because I remember the last night before I literally left college for good, like moved out of college and everything. The night before, Ariana was doing this kind of live stream with Brian and Scott and everyone, and they were, you know, just goofing around, just showing us the choreography to Be Alright, and that's sort of how I learned it. So my roommate at the time was gone away. I already said bye to him, so he was gone for the weekend, or he was gone for something, and then I literally had the whole place to myself that night. So I just basically learned the entire BRI choreography. It was amazing. And then she also, I remember she also played a little bit of Let Me Love You, which I thought that was the most iconic thing ever at the time. I was so shook. Like, I knew this album was just gonna be amazing and different and more mature. I just didn't realize how much. So those are a few memories that I have from the beginning part of the era to really ground why I am getting a tattoo. For the next few months, you know, or the next 2 months basically before I left, I just kept on listening to those. You know, like I said, I lived in Southern California, so right before we left, or like right before I left, me and my family decided to go on this mini kind of trip to Las Vegas so I could do, you know, just explore and just be an adventurer, because again, Uncharted again was sort of like another influencing factor at the same time. So I wanted to be, you know, hiking and going in the woods and exploring and going on pirates and, you know, like Treasure Island, the hotel at Las Vegas, just being like free and just independent for a little bit with my family before I left. So during the entire car ride there and back, you know, I would just listen to Dangerous Woman. I remember specifically, like, every time I listen to Dangerous Woman, I get taken back to that time and place where it was just so much simpler and I was so much more innocent. And, you know, as I, you know, spoiler alert, as I continue on throughout this era, it definitely spans, like, my entire foundation for who I am now. So yeah, so I guess it was like a week before I was supposed to ship out. Uncharted got released on May 10th and I was supposed to be leaving May 17th to go to San Antonio. It was so frustrating because, you know, I pre-ordered the album, like we knew the album was coming. I was supposed to leave like on a Tuesday or Wednesday or something like that, and the Dangerous Woman album was supposed to be released that Friday that same week. So you could imagine how pissed I was that I could not listen to it until after basic training, because if you don't know, in Air Force basic training you cannot have your phone on you whatsoever for 2 months. Maybe once to make a phone call to your parents or your family saying that you're okay, and then maybe another one just to, you know, just because at the time you could make one. But other than that, no technology, no music whatsoever. It's literally a cutoff from the entire world just to do military stuff. And yeah, so you can imagine how pissed I was and how upset that I was that I couldn't listen to the album until after I graduated basic training 2 months afterwards. I guess that in a way it kind of made things better for me because it made it more impactful for me, you know, listening to the album, because, you know, I graduated and I left basic training in like mid-July. So basically I had to fly from San Antonio to my tech school, which was located in Monterey, California, which is right near San Francisco. It's like 30 an hour drive from San Francisco. So yeah, so I remember, you know, getting my phone back for the first time. It was super weird because, you know, I haven't had technology in my hand for the first time, so, you know, I was just busy checking everything on the bus ride to the airport, and then, you know, right when the plane took off, because I knew it was gonna be like a few hours in right there, I listened to the Dangerous Woman album, and that was the first album that I listened to after, you know, graduating basic training. And fun fact, Into You was the first song that I listened to with earphones once I graduated, because, you know, I told my parents, remember to bring my, you know, iPod and everything like that on my earphones. So the first song that I listened to was Into You, because that got released like, again, like right before I left for basic training. So like literally it was like the most iconic thing ever, and it's still the most iconic thing ever. It's my favorite song from her still. after all these years, and I guess it's mostly because of the impact that it had on me at the time. But yeah, anyway, so Dangerous Woman, the album, I listened to it from the plane ride from Texas to California. Literally, you know, it was a different world. I didn't really know what to do. Like, I could actually do things on my own, so like there was no one to tell me what to do. So once, you know, I got the initial in-processing briefing, they were like, okay, you're done, you know, see you tomorrow. And we were just like, that's it, you know, you're not gonna tell us what to do, like we can actually decide on our own what to do. And I know that seems like so trivial, but after 2 months of, you know, people telling you what to do and your schedule being automatically arranged and you having no say in what to do, it's definitely like a shocker. Specifically those first few months that I was in Monterey, the soundtrack to that time of my life would be, yes, you guessed it, Dangerous Woman. Because I was just, you know, that was the first time that I was really independent. You know, there were no parents, no teachers, no nothing like that really. So I really could decide what to do and become independent. So it was sort of like a mind-opening kind of thing for me, and it was a really exciting time. And I really can't describe it. It was just a feeling that you get like right after you get out of basic training and you're just starting to explore the world. So I guess I'm, you know, just laying that foundation, and I'm just harping on and repeating that this was an influential part of my basically infancy of me being in the military, and it has so much meaning. And I'm pretty sure you guys have, you know, kind of get where I'm getting at, and to supporting why I want to get the tattoo of the Dangerous Woman bunny. I guess, you know, that's it. That's a brief explanation of why I do want to get the Ariana tattoo. Brief, you know, as I don't know, I feel like this is gonna be over 10 minutes probably, but I hope that this kind of explains some things as to why I get it. If you're out there and you're, you know, deciding on whether or not to get an Ariana tattoo, or just any tattoo or anything that you like, just okay, here's another thing that kind of doesn't really relate to the Dangerous Woman era, but you know, just me and pop music in general. Like, ever since I was young, I loved pop music. I loved Britney. I remember my parents telling me that I used to dance around Britney all the time when I was younger, and then that basically evolved into, you know, Disney Channel at the, you know, second generation, you know, like that 2007, 2008, 2009 kind of era where, you know, they were really starting to, you know, expand big with their music, and most of the music was pop. So I liked I liked listening to those songs. I liked watching the shows, TVs, you know, all of that, Camp Rock, you know, Starstruck, Hannah Montana, Wizards of Waverly Place, you know. I got a lot of shit, you know, from even my friends, you know, when I was younger, you know, middle school and even in high school, you know. They kind of just, they thought I was like, it was too lame, it wasn't cool to like, you know, pop music, Disney Channel at the time. So, you know, usually like I was vocal, I was like, hey, you know, I like this, and then people, my friends, they would be like, or they would just roll their eyes while I talked about it or something like that. And it really hurt, and it started to build this wall inside of me where I didn't want to share what I liked because of the fear that people would judge me, I guess, based on what I like and what makes me happy. So I just decided to like try to avoid that, and I still do that now, where people are asked, you know, what songs or what, you know, artists do you like, and I usually try, I usually say with hesitance because of that time where people just kept on hating on me, not hating, but like they just kept on like, you know, like they didn't like that I like that kind of stuff. I wasn't bullied or anything, but it was just, I just wish I had more people that I could talk to that related to me, you know, that liked those kinds of things at the time and even now with Ariana and pop music and whatever, but I don't. But, you know, that's a different thing. So, you know, I guess, you know, in a way, another thing that I want to talk about is my intro to mainstream pop music, you know, from Disney is mostly due to Katy Perry with her Teenage Dream era. You know, when California Girls came out, I guess that's really when I started to get more into mainstream music, and if it wasn't for her, I feel like I would not be the same person I was today. Like, because of that album, that era, I would 100% definitely not be the person I am today. I'm just saying that because, you know, from there I got to expand into different genres, or not different genres, but just like different artists. I guess I became more confident in sharing my passion with my friends of, you know, Katy and just pop music in general. And, you know, I guess that sort of like suppressed the kind of feelings that I had in middle school and when I was growing up. So it definitely gave me a lot of confidence in who I am today. And then now, transitioning now, you know, I had Katy and then Selena Gomez. I still have love for Katy and Selena. It's just right now, you know, Ari has had such a tremendous impact on me with each album, with each era, with each single music video, tour. Like, I'm on it, you know, updating, you know, just basically just like promoting in a way. I guess I'm a promoter of her now, you know. So it's definitely something that I am proud of and people know I'm proud of. And I guess me getting a tattoo kind of is like me growing and evolving, and definitely showing myself that I am no longer that type of suppressed person that I was before that still built up the wall. Like, the wall is still kind of there, but it's been torn down a lot, so I'm definitely more confident. And a lot of people like Ariana now because she makes good music now, which she's made good music since forever. People just kept on hating on her and henceforth hating on me. They still hate on me, you know, like I said, my friends and my coworkers, but it's okay. I get where they're coming from. I guess me getting this Ariana tattoo just really shows that I am more confident, and it definitely has to do with Ariana herself, with her being more confident, me seeing her get the tattoos that she wants, and me just, or her just basically just being more confident, you know, with other people and with her songs lately, just being like, I'm the best kind of mentality, because that's what I really kind of need right now. I'm an introverted person, but, you know, her songs really, you know, make me like, they kind of get me out of my shell a little bit, because I feel like that's like music in general. It just gets you out of your shell, and it kind of gives you a little bit more confidence that you need, and she has given me a lot more confidence, especially within the past few years, especially with her Dangerous Woman era, Sweetener era, and now her Thank You Next era. It's definitely like, I'm literally like overflowing with confidence because of her. I just really am happy that I, you know, can idolize a person like that. You know, she's not perfect, she'll make mistakes as we all do, so I'm still gonna support her regardless. And I can't wait to see her on tour in May, this May actually, right before I go back to California for a little leave time for my family and whatnot. So I really can't wait to see that. So if you're in the San Antonio area and you are going to the Sweetener World Tour, just please let me know. Like, I'm literally the only person that's gonna go. Like, no one else is going with me that I know, and it's kind of sad, but, you know, like, I'm still gonna enjoy it. You know, like, I would do essentially anything for Ariana, even, you know, going to a concert, to a place I've never really been to before. I've never been to that arena before, so just, I would, you know, being by myself, I hope that I won't be alone you know, hopefully I'll, you know, blend in with people or even make a few new friends or something that can take my picture, you know, outside the stadium and inside. And I'm you know, at the end of the day, it's because of her. Like, she's the reason why I'm doing all of that, and that in turn really gets me out of my shell and really just makes me a better person, I guess. So I don't think she'll ever see this or anything, but you know, Ariana, just thank you for just being yourself, having your confidence, because I know you don't know me, so I can't really say that you helped me through anything because you didn't really do anything or you didn't know you did anything, but just being yourself is enough for me. Having your confidence really helps me build my confidence, making these songs that I love, just being happy, just being yourself. It's freaking amazing. I guess that's literally it for me talking about this. Hope I didn't bore you guys. If you watched this far, you guys must really want to know why I'm getting this tattoo, or you guys are just bored, or I don't know. But thank you for watching this far. I appreciate it very, very much. Like I said, I didn't plan on making this video. I just thought I would, just so I could have more confirmation and more confidence. So when I do get my tattoo on Friday, I will, you know, look back on this video and edit it and, you know, put it out to the world so everyone can see it, even my friends and my co-workers, so maybe they can at least, you know, have a little bit of insight as to why it's not just a bunny tattoo. If you guys want to leave a comment down below too, if you like Ariana, or if you have a similar story of getting a tattoo, or if you have any tattoos based on Ariana, I would definitely love to know, and maybe we can connect and just talk and, you know, just be friends or something if you want. Yeah, thank you guys for watching, and until the next video, the wonder won't stop. I'll see you guys later. Bye.